By the way, at the end of this video, we have a very exciting announcement that a lot of you have been asking about, but let's get into some hockey.
It would not be winter unless we got out on the rink. I'm smiling like a little schoolboy. Let's see what Mikey does here. I'm gonna follow you in. I just can't tell you how much that opening sequence brings me joy. I finally got out into the rink, and it's the first time in a few years that I've even skated. Never mind picked up a hockey stick. I can't even remember the last time I took a slap shot, but it's in my blood. It came right back to me. As Canadians, it's a rite of passage. We bleed maple syrup, and we learn to skate before we walk. And the footage you're seeing is a mix of the FX6 as well as the 12 Pro Max, the longest title for any phone I've ever had. It's also the biggest phone that I've ever had, but I'm really impressed by the 4K on this. The slow motion leaves something to be desired with, but that's typical of phones with all the compression. But the 4K, especially the reverse camera, is quite pretty. But today I wanted to talk about one thing that I think will help you when determining what you want to do in life, what you should be pursuing. It's been kind of a guiding principle that's actually even led me to YouTube. You see, when I started my YouTube channel 2 years ago, I had actually been doing YouTube for a year. And no one knew that. And you might be wondering what I mean. Well, I actually secretly had a YouTube channel.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Mark Bone, and I'm very, very excited about this video. Nope.
See, what I was doing was alone by myself. I was filming YouTube videos in my room, and I was editing them, I was adding music, I was adding titles, I was doing everything as if I had a channel. I would even upload them to YouTube. I would just keep them private. Now, I wasn't doing this because I was nervous to upload them or I had just no idea how YouTube worked. No, what I was doing was I was wanting to make sure I wanted to pursue YouTube. I wanted to get into YouTube for the right reasons. I wanted to know that if no one was watching my channel, that if no one even knew it existed, I wanted to know if I actually enjoyed making YouTube videos.
You see, I get this question all the time to me, and that's people asking me, how do you become a filmmaker?
You see, if I was gonna commit myself to YouTube, I wanted to do it well. I didn't wanna do it half-heartedly. I wanted to know I liked it. And I wanted to know that I liked it not because people were cheering me on or giving me good comments or saying that they liked my content. I wanted to know that if I was doing YouTube, I would be making it even if no one was around to watch it.
Let's go.
I think this is actually a really good guiding principle for the work you're doing. Would you do it if no one cared? Would you do it if you weren't getting paid? Would you be doing the job you're doing if no one ever thanked you for it? And this is actually how I discovered that I wanted to go into filmmaking, was this same principle. You see, back when I graduated high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I thought maybe I might become a church pastor, or I was good at math, so maybe I'll go into accounting. I just had no idea. I didn't even think filmmaking was an option for me. So I went and I did a humanitarian school. I thought, while I'm figuring this out, I should probably go help some people. So I was part of this organization called YWAM, and I was the only one who knew how to work Adobe Premiere, and we were cutting some videos. So the one day I started editing and my roommate left the house. And when he came back in, he looked at me all strange, and I was wondering why he was looking at me strange. And he said, "You must really like what you're doing." And I asked him why. He goes, "It's been 10 hours and you haven't left that table." And you know, it kind of hit me. He was right. I actually really liked what I was doing. Editing those videos, time flew by. I actually don't even know if I got up from that table. I probably really had to pee. You see, if we only do the jobs we do because it pays us well, or because people applaud us, or we think it makes us look better, then we're running the risk of our fulfillment being in things we can't control. Because there's gonna come a time when people won't like the work you do, or there'll come a time that you may lose your job and you don't make that money. I've said this before on this channel, when your schedule and your passions align, that's fulfillment. So bringing it back to my YouTube channel, after a year of making maybe 5 or 6 videos, because it took me a while in the beginning, and actually making a lot of videos that I just sucked at, I never even uploaded them, and just struggling through that, I finally came to the realization that, you know what, I don't mind doing this. Whee! I actually really enjoy talking.
What was I talking about? I forget. I walked across a field here, and my hands are falling off right now.
And I could do this without anyone around. I enjoy thinking about things and trying to express them in the most concise way possible. You see, I had a lot of fear when I started my YouTube channel. I was a full-time film director, shooting commercials and sometimes documentaries. And I was so afraid that starting a YouTube channel would hurt that image, that people would look at me as now a YouTuber, and that I would lose my image and my identity as a film director. And so I was thinking, if I'm gonna do this YouTube thing, I'm gonna have to actually enjoy it in case, you know, my film directing career falls apart. But you know what's amazing when you step out and you do something that you actually enjoy? Is people enjoy it too. They find out that they like what you like because you're passionate about it. People love seeing someone who's enjoying themselves. It's contagious. You want to watch these channels. One of my favorite YouTube channels is this guy, I think in East Coast of Canada, who just feeds raccoons every night.
Hi everybody, it's 7:30 on Tuesday night. We'll see who we got outside. Free, oh my God, oh my God. Lock.
And his channel is blowing up, but he loves to do it. And for a couple months there, every night I would check in. I'm like, what's this guy doing with his raccoons?
Look at that big tail, look.
Go check the channel, it's amazing. But case in point, this man's doing something he loves, and people enjoy watching him do it. You know what's been funny too about launching my YouTube channel is there's been some people in the industry, I was really nervous about them discovering that I did YouTube because I thought they wouldn't respect me as a director anymore. And one of them in particular, who is an amazing art director, had me over to his house, and I was quite nervous that he was gonna tell me he thought I was making a bad decision by starting a YouTube channel. And we sat down at his dinner table, and he looked at me and he said, you know what, Mark? I saw your YouTube channel. And he actually ended up telling me that he loved my YouTube channel, that he'd been watching the videos. And I've just felt so stupid in that moment that I was so concerned about what other people thought that I didn't start something that I was going to enjoy, that I was letting other people decide what I have fun with. So for you, if you're trying to decide what you want to do with your career, or maybe you want to pivot or try something new, just make sure you enjoy it when no one's looking. Make sure that no matter if anyone was commenting on it or liking on it or subscribing to it, you would still want to do it. Because then it doesn't matter what people think. And then your joy won't be based on your circumstances or based on what other people are thinking. And when you're not concerned with what people think, then you're free to enjoy the art that you're creating. Thanks for watching this, guys. I really appreciate it. If you're looking to make the next step in your filmmaking journey, I want to remind you that we're reopening the Art of Documentary. This is our documentary course. We launched it back last September. It was wild. We had over 450 students just jump through the doors when we opened it up. In the first few days, we actually had to close registration down. But you can go join the wait list right now so that you can get your spot in line to get the early bird discount when we reopen it. It moves quick, so join that wait list now and stay tuned to this channel as we announce more about it. But thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.